Morning all. It's Friday morning. We've got a reasonably busy morning ahead for Tony right now cutting grass, and then Will's going to be picking it up. Quite a few acres to cut of zero graze grass, which is going to be going into the AD plant, which is just over my shoulder actually. These fields are neighbouring the plant. We're going to take this cut with the hope that potentially there may be, depending on what the weather does and what the ground allows us to do, maybe another cut early November, but we will see. So at the moment Tony's mowing, so I'll flip the camera around and show you what he's up to, and then shortly Will will be here to pick it up. I think he'll have Josh definitely on a trailer, possibly Dad. I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. Haven't seen them really this morning to talk to, but I know that Tony's here, so let's have a look. Butterfly mowers on the back, then the front mower, those back mowers obviously with the grouping augers pulling all the grass into one line, so we don't need to rake it up. We've been in this field a few times and on the channel as well. You can see at the moment quite a few docks growing in here. Tony lifts up one side as he reaches the end of the grass. Yeah, there's quite a few docks in here. So what we do with that, we'll obviously have to make a decision on whether we reseed. I can't remember, which is annoying, whether we did stitch some grass seeds into this field back when we were using the horse avatar. I know we did on the next block that we're cutting, that I'll catch up with later in the video, and I'll show you how those grass seeds have come up, because they did come up really well just a couple of weeks after they're put in. You could see the difference, so hopefully we'll see that shortly. For now, I'll leave you with Tony. And we'll catch up with the forager once they're here. So we're fast forwarding a few hours now. That grass that Tony was cutting is going to be picked up later on in the day. Someone asked a few days ago why we never seem to be rolling any of the wheat that we've been drilling. We have been. It's just I've not got round to showing you. There's some that we don't roll, but as you see right here, this is where Harry was ploughing and drilling earlier in the week. Will's bought the Class Axion over the Dalbo rollers just to obviously use the tractor, see how it goes. And he's got all of what's been drilled over the last couple of days. To roll out before the sprayer comes and gives it all its pre-em. So Will be up here now he'll roll, he's rolled this field out, he'll roll another, I think there's around 100 more acres in front of him to roll straight away, and more being drilled today. So it's a decent amount of ground in front of him. Obviously rolling's not too time consuming, so he should get through quite a bit and then pick that grass up later today. We'll just watch him come around. This field's obviously split in two, as you can see. There's a footpath through, possibly a bridle path, a lot of horses going up and down there, so we split the field in two. And from here, Dad, Andrew and Harry are all about a mile down the road, so it makes today's video quite easy to record, as I'll pop up there for half an hour and that should show you the majority of what's going on today. So my next stop is is Harry here. Same block as yesterday. Last night he caught Tony up. Tony was spreading lime, and the handler here on farm was loading the lime but also loading seed, so it was he's going to have quite a wait. So he left these last two fields for Tony to finish last night and then him to crack on with this morning. This is the last of this block before he heads on up to the next one just up the road. I've bought some gaffer tape for him. He's got a slight split in one of his seed pipes. We've obviously got just today, hopefully just today left to drill, if not a little bit tomorrow morning, so that should get us through before we replace any of the ducting that we need to replace. For now, keep him going. And actually from this field you can see Will has just moved into the next field rolling. Harry's about to make his way back up towards us. I've strategically stood this side to record so I don't get covered in lime. You see this field, it's got some pretty serious stones in it as well. I've just dragged this one up. I'm going to carry it up and chuck it in the hedge now. So I've just been on the phone for 10 minutes. Harry's taped up what he needed to tape up and he's back going again. So I'll leave him to it. Like I say, he's got this field to do, and then he's got 80 to 85 acres of that new block we took on to do. And there's not a lot of autumn drilling left after that. So just a flying visit to check on what Andrew's up to. Literally a flying visit as well. He's a few fields over that he's ploughed, and in all honesty I didn't fancy the walk down there, so I thought I would just ping the drone over and watch him. So he's just doing the very bottom headland of this block. On this side you'll see shortly this field's a bit of a strange field in terms of you can see patches in the field where it's a lot heavier and a lot more clayey than others. But Andrew's been up here now most of this week ploughing around the area, and I don't think a lot of it will be much heavier than part of this field. So you see there on the right hand side, that's all been ploughed. The bit in the middle was, when we took the ground on, very wet, pretty much impossible to get onto. So we're a little bit wary of that area. So that's been left out. Just as we speed up this turn. And we watch Andrew work back towards the drone again. So just quickly give you an update. Obviously back in the field here with Will. You can see Harry's field in the background. Will's going to leave the tractor here for a bit. I'm going to drop him back to his forager so that he can pick up that grass and be back to roll these afterwards, or someone else might be popping down to roll them. I'm not entirely sure of the plan yet. So we are back where today's video started. Quite a bit's gone on since, but the forager is now up in the field that Tony cut earlier. Tony and Josh are here with tractors and trailers. So we're taking off these 2 fields plus another block of grass. It's obviously not the heaviest of crops, but it's a case of getting it off. It's nice conditions at the moment, and there's a good chance we might be able to take another cut in November. And I thought, while we're up here, I better get the drone up and get some decent footage of the forager, as there's not going to be many more chances this year to do so. It's just working that bottom headland and then coming back up this near side headland. At the moment, Will's filling Tony in that 250 with the rolling trailer, and Josh is following on behind. So you can see when there's not too heavy a crop, they can motor on fairly quickly. I'll just do my best to keep out the way and get as good an angle as possible, really. And then from here, as you can see, he's started filling Josh's trailer. We've still got the extension on the spout at the moment from maize harvest that we need to take back off. You can see Tony crosses the road and goes straight into the entrance to the AD plant. So we are very close. You can see the dome there. And as we pan back around, we'll follow the chopper going back down the field. He'll slow up for the little ruts that lead into the next field and head down to the far corner. Yeah, we do need to take the spout extension back off now we finish maize, which will be a winter job, but for now it's still on there, on the to-do list, shall we say. So we're going to leave them to it for the time being, but they'll be picking up grass for a while. It's obviously all very local to the AD plant, but it will still take a few hours. Will does then plan on going back up and carrying on rolling, I believe. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy day in terms of different jobs going on. Drilling, ploughing, rolling, sprayers out, trimmers out. Now we're picking up grass. Dad's been cultivating that I haven't managed to get around to. I think he's probably going to come up here on the buck rake because it's a bit too much grass to probably feed fresh. It will likely be clamped. So it's all going on today, and it's still only about 2 o'clock-ish. Gives me a chance to get back to the office now and try and get through my backlog of paperwork. But I expect I'll be out and about before the end of the day just to see how everyone's getting on. It's just on my way back home. I will stop off and just show you the clamp that we are putting the grass in. Dad has literally just turned up now with the buck rake on the front of the 410. They've dug out a section that they want us to tip the grass into and then clamp up against. So they're getting their plant tractor out the way, which runs on biogas, which is what that tank is at the front. So Josh will be tipping his load next to the one Tony's already tipped. Dad's just going to fill in the gap they've cut out, so then they're able to feed their whole crop from the left hand side. Well, actually no, that is maize. So that is the maize that we put in to finish the clamp before, as the one next to me was completely full. So what we're doing there is putting grass in front of the maize. I got myself confused then. Some of you would say that's not difficult. Just a very quick one. I told you I would show you what the grass seeds were looking like after the avatar's been in and stitched them in. You can see the lines here really clearly from when Harry drilled. I can't think when it was now, start of September maybe, and got those grass seeds in. You can see the lines through everywhere, so it's worked very well. It should fill out nicely. So as you can probably tell, seeing as I'm sat in my van, I didn't get back around to the grass harvest. Will got that all sorted. About 70 acres was cut today. Obviously not the heaviest crop, but got it off and got it clamped away. I've just brought Tony back down to the class and the rollers to finish, or at least make more of a dent in that ground that's got to be rolled before it's pre-emmed. Harry's still up here drilling at the moment, and Andrew's still got the headlands of the last field to plough. Will plans on taking on from Tony either later tonight or to crack on in the morning so that we can get this all sprayed tomorrow. It will all go in 2 tank mixes, so the sprayer's just got to wait for a bit more rolling to get himself up to about half the acreage. Then it can start being sprayed, but that'll be tomorrow's job. Yeah, not sure whether Harry plans on trying to crack it all out tonight or if he's going to finish it off tomorrow. But it's all trying to beat that rain that's looks like it's coming on Saturday night and Sunday. But yeah, that will be all for today's video, all for this week's videos most likely. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a busy week. Hopefully next week's similar. And then, yeah, I'll have something to show you at least. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you enjoy the videos. I'll do my best to keep them coming. Just as we see Tony about to drive past me now. There he is. Yeah, thanks for watching and see you next week. Cheers.